Aries. All right. Well, Aries, welcome to Virgo land. New moon in Virgo, 6th house. It's busy time. It's figuring shit out about your reality, what changes you need to make. But there's a lot of relationship shit going on for Aries. The Venus element here, Mercury. There's a lot about relationship stuff. But I think that with the square to Pluto, it's like, what really needs to be said, or what really needs to really be honest about what's truth, what's not truth, what's real, what's not real, especially when it comes to your passions and your desires. Are they there? Are they missing? The trine to Jupiter with Venus, I think, is helping with like, yeah, there's a lot of other aspects of the world to look at, but at the same time, like, you need to face first, like, what's the honest truth of why you're looking in the other directions, or why you're looking at all relationships or different groups or different people. Maybe it's the different set of people you need to look at. Maybe it's a different set of people with the same ideas in the world. What's functioning, what's not functioning with Mars opposed Neptune, what's really working in your spiritual life, or what's causing your reality to kind of feel like a drone life repeating itself on the same fucking hamster wheel. I think that North Node in the 3rd is just communicate instead of just hoping and believing that something will change, or just staying and being hopeful about things. I think it's just about being direct. I mean, you're a direct energy, and with the Sun and Mars in the same sign, and with Mars opposing Neptune, you have to be direct about what is not working in your reality, about what your soul wants. And there's a lot of confrontation here about Pluto squaring Venus and Libra, especially when it comes to, you know, the big choices that you have to make in your life about your relationships, and the trust and the truth and the power, and where that is, and the open doors to where that can go, or new open doors. There's definitely a big question about that. I think it's a good time for Aries to figure out their lives. And I think it's a good time for Aries to confront things and not be afraid to confront what's really working in your long term, or at the same time, what relationships are really backing you, whether it's business relationships or your personal relationships. Are they backing you with your business stuff, or who's really real and who's really not? There's a lot of people out there in the world. And I think that for you, it's about really kind of pinpointing who's really got your back and who doesn't, about your long-term business life, your work life. I think that you've been working a lot, but like, who gets that? I think with you, with being around and doing work, it can become stressful with anybody in your life right now, whether it's any kind of relationship that kind of is just sitting in no man's land. Let's see what's going on with your love life, Aries. New moon, though, remember, in your 6th, it's time for you to make change in your reality to make it more wholesome and in a more purified way. And also at the same time, looking at your work life, your day-to-day rituals, your schedules, and more importantly, just your reality itself. And really at the oppositions to Neptune with Mars, of course, and all this. Like, and we also got, you know, Mars starting to trine Pluto. I think that this is definitely a time for you to really get with it on your path and make a choice about your path and what reality really is true, and which one's kind of the illusion, or where you've kind of gotten lazy or kind of step back from. All right. What's going on, Aries? You got Knight of Cups here as your first card. You got the King of Swords in reversed here is your challenge. You got the Page of Wands upright. And then you got the Hermit, is the person you're thinking about, or how to get through this. I mean, this is you moving forward emotionally and chugging the trail, and like, hey, there's a lot of imagination, dreams, and a lot of feeling that you're ready to move forward into, but it's kind of running into this, well, I don't really know what to do, King of Swords, right? Like, I reverse, like, hey, you might not know exactly how it's going to come out or how it's going to look, but you're just going where the emotions are. And I think that's a good thing with the Page of Wands over there. It's like you're going towards wherever there's kind of like a glimmer of hope or light. But this Hermit here, you've been retaining a lot. You've been trying to figure a lot out, but you've also kind of retreated in kind of a way. And that's kind of an oxymoron, having a Hermit with a King of Swords reversed. It's like, this is not something that I think is figured out in the way that you think it is. I think it's by following your emotions and following where the light is and the positivity and what makes sense, opposed to, you know, having some preordained fucking, you know, laboratory about how you go through this. You got the World card here with that Knight of Cups. I mean, you're definitely going to a new world and feeling like you're kind of over the old emotional direction things were going and ready for that new life, that new experience, that new world coming together. It's really a nice card to get. You got the Fool card as well. Wow. I mean, you got the Fool card you're definitely going towards wanting to be young and youthful and free. This is something that you don't figure out. This is not something that you don't have to use your head about or even have to go retreat, but be smart about it too. Don't be going off it based off without having the data and the info with that King of Swords reversed. Like, don't just be blind faithing it too with the Fool card. I think it's more about that Hermit there is kind of holding some wisdom together. Like, hey, you can go in these new directions in your love life, or your love life could be definitely going in a really good place with some changes that need to be made about maybe you're at a completion at one point of a partnership, or you're at a completion of how you deal with partners in general. But it's definitely like kind of starting from a very fresh new place. What's up with this? You got the Empress reverse. So you're not feeling supported. That's why you want to go in a new direction. What's up with this Hermit? You dealing with a Hermit? Yeah, you're dealing with a Hermit that used to have old memories with, or they're still attached to old memories and they don't know how to bring new memories forward, and that's kind of frustrating you and you can't figure it out. You're trying everything that you can. You got a Six of Wands reversed here. Remember, this isn't victory going into just finding some new thing right away. I think you just can't make choices right now in your life and be like, this is the new energy and that it's solved. The whole world, I figured it all out. You're the one. Oh my God. You want to make sure that you really kind of take these things in and keep moving forward, but in a step-by-step notion and not being all or nothing. And, I don't want to see you at, in Vegas at the wedding chapel with somebody new in 3 days. You know what I mean? Oh God, you got the toss. I just was saying that and the fucking Four of Wands pops up. Like, Jesus. But then you got an Eight of Cups here. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, I got a feeling like you got to be careful this week, Aries, about like trying to make like rocket ship jumps. I think that you need to play things a little smart, move forward, and try and go into the emotions and bring some light energy into things. I don't know what's going on with the person that you're having an issue with, or even if there is an issue, but you're kind of concerned definitely with the Queen of Wands reversed. It's almost like maybe somebody's kind of injured from their love life of the past, or you can't access your past happiness with them. But maybe it's King of Swords. Maybe you're trying to figure it out too much, or maybe it's from communication being too strong and too tough. You got a Wheel of Fortune. Just let things move in the new direction that they are and not make crazy moves. Let the universe kind of envelop things and move this into a new place. But you did get a Eight of Cups here with a marriage card, a Four of Wands, a celebration, and you got the Tower in between that. So it's kind of that weird element of where things are going through a big transformation from a fall to grace, a grace to fall. But I got a feeling that for you, it's a powerful moment of things came apart to bring you to a new fortunate moment, and it's time to walk away from the energies that feel like you're not victorious from, or foolish for being in. It's brought you great energy, and there's still victory to be had. I just want to see one other thing. You got the Devil reversed. I don't feel like you're dealing with bad energy. I just think you're dealing with a massive amount of change, a massive amount of confronting your emotions and clearing a lot of the air and letting things kind of come into a new place. I think you're dealing with somebody who you got to give them maybe a little bit of credit. If you're kind of like, if you're all or nothing about somebody right now in kind of a negative way, it's kind of like, no, maybe you need to kind of look at things a little differently, especially with this Tower. Maybe they just had a Tower moment and they're recovering and you're a little frustrated that they haven't recovered. Or if you're single, this is definitely like, if you're going to move into something, it better be something that's really pure and not the same repetitive pattern of staying with somebody who's toxic and, bad. But I also got a feeling that you are, for some people out there, if you're in a relationship that keeps going on and off, get off that wheel and let the new wheel move forward. Because you got that Virgo. There's a lot of analyzing going on, especially that King of Swords versus your challenge. But I think it's just about analyzing like what's working and what's not. And if literally the relationship and the whole entirety is not working, it's not going to work. And it's time for you to go figure out a life where you have a life that does work with somebody. Yeah, you got that with the Death card. So Whatever's literally not working on every little core fabric of relationship shit, it's over. And I think that you know that, and I think that that's a hard thing for you to change or face the end of that. But also there's a great transformation of what can become real. You did get the soul satisfaction. You're definitely, I think that's what you're on this beautiful card journey of finding that soul satisfaction. This card says, honor your uniqueness, do what makes you feel good. I mean, this is definitely what you want to do, but you also don't want to do that to some sort of, it feels good to be in a tower place where, it's kind of like, I don't think that this is about turning somebody that's not able to make things happen in reality, or a relationship that's all fucked up, turn into a soul satisfaction situation. I think it's more of an entirety thing though, like every little nook and cranny, not like, oh, okay, like we're really good, we've been together and it works. It's just like there's these little things, but no, when it's like every little thing doesn't work. What's up with the soul satisfaction? Page of Swords reverse. I don't think you even know what that really is. I think that that's the hardest part for you to figure out, is I think that this Page of Swords here reverse is saying that there's some communication errors on what that is, or maybe you're not being honored from what you've spoken about, which will give you soul satisfaction, and you're not getting that back, and that needs to be addressed. But if you've already addressed this a million times, like you're kind of in a really big conundrum here, because you're in a weird space, but there's so much positive trying to move you in these really positive ways. I got a feeling there's just a bunch of, let's see, supernatural, inexplainable, miraculous. I mean, I think that's what you're looking for, and I don't think that you're getting that. So you're on the journey to find that, but also anybody who doesn't have self-worth or have the ability to manifest and be who they are and create the abundance of what they want in their life and know their value and know their beauty and know their worth, it's not supernatural. It's like a drone. So this was the better reading of all the readings, believe it or not. You got the Enlightenment card. I definitely feel like you're coming into a really good space right now of just what's working, what's not working, and how you can be the higher person here. If you are dealing with somebody who's just had a little bit of a bump in the road here, let it be a bump in the road. If it's something that's continually been nonstop and it's a lot more bigger than a bump in the road, you need to be honest about yourself with that enlightenment. Yeah, the Hierophant. I knew that. So it's like you need to play this week as the Hermit, the Hierophant, especially as like being the bigger, better person and really looking at it. But if it's not committed to you, if it's not really being of truth to you and having the enlightenment being like, you know what, this is not divine, then that is what needs to end, because every nook and cranny is crazy. But if it's just like a little portion of things, it's like, okay, there's ways to fix that, and there's maybe ways that you're going to move your positive energy to maybe uplift them this week. And I don't think that you're here to save somebody, but I think that you're here, you can uplift people and kind of get them out of their crutch. I love when the cards go. You did get the Emperor reversed, Tower reversed. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I think the enlightenment for you is realizing like you can't control every situation, and you can't be afraid if situations kind of aren't working out, or you don't need to try and like, especially for those that are in just horrible situations where you're feeling like I'm not getting anything and you're looking for something good. You need to end that before you look for something good. For those that are single, something good's coming, and you got to let go of like continually thinking that it's all falling apart, or you don't have the power to find that. I mean, I'm going to pick one more card just because this reading's kind of bland. It's so funny. That's the card from the author. And you got that with the oneness. So I just think it's about where's the oneness at, and I think that's all possible. And if you're not feeling that oneness energy, or they don't understand the oneness, bye-bye. But I think that you're on the quest to find that this week. So I would definitely give them a very good reading. I think that it's like more of you really being wise and growing You got the 5th house. That's great. You got Ceres there, and you got Libra. I mean, this is for you. Like, what? Take care of yourself with finding the romantic love that you want in your life. And if you have that already, and it's true, and it's not crazy and fucked up, and it's balanced and beautiful, like, keep doing that, and it's ascending to new places. But if you're in, or you're looking for that, take care of yourself. Allow yourself to go to these new situations of oneness and find those people. There's definitely some awesome possibilities for you. And if you're in a terrible fucking situation, this is definitely where you take care of yourself and getting the fuck out of that. So I'd give them, Aries get the party, and that's it. They just get the party. It's a party all around. They're going to understand how to deal with this one this week. Fuck yeah, Aries. You're going to lead the way for a lot of us this week, so. Yes, you are. In our last readings, we have 2 left. Or is it one? Yeah, 2 left. Capricorn.